Hello. What's good, people? It's currently 3 minutes past 8 p.m. UK time, Monday, the 24th of June 2024. Welcome to another amazing episode of The Game, which is a free weekly financial literacy webinar covering stocks and crypto fundamentals. And once a month, we also do a collaboration with Crypto Mondays, which is a legacy London-based Web3 community. Let's get the intro done. So, Blockchain Sensei, for those that don't know who we are the UK's leading Black and Asian-owned Web3 solutions and financial literacy platform. We solve many problems in the emerging technologies, Web3 and AI space, including but not limited to helping such companies raise capital. We help such companies with development, developers, coders, software, etc., and also strategic business partnerships, including but not limited to. We do 3 free webinars every single week. We've got our legacy show, which you're watching now, The Game, every single Monday, 8 p.m. till 9:30 UK time since 2020, and we have about 200 episodes out now on YouTube. So that's for the history books. Fridays, we do NFT Fridays, focusing on, of course, the metaverse and digital assets. This is every Friday, 8 p.m. till 9 p.m. since April 2022. We probably have over 100 episodes of NFT Fridays out now. Then Sundays is our, technically speaking, charts and trading show. Also, if you are a Manchester resident, we do a link up called Create Tech through our subsidiary company, Shuriken Sounds, mainly helping artists and creatives with emerging technologies such as Web3 and AI, and how to utilize Web3 and AI to monetize on creativity. So we do a lot. Link in our social media bio, superjoy.com/blockchain sensei for most things blockchain sensei, including our free Telegram, our free WhatsApp, the Zoom link to our free webinars, Mondays, Fridays, Sundays, 8 p.m. plus. Please stop asking me what is the Zoom link. The Zoom link is in the link in our Instagram bio. It's very clear. It's right here. Okay. So, and then just as a quick advertisement, we do have a subscription service, originally at £50 a month and scaling up, just like we said. It is now at £250 a month, which is more than worth it because you get access to 5 behind-the-scenes webinars that are 3 times higher level than our already high-level free webinars. Between myself, our CEO, Mr. Harding, and then Jay, we've got multiple channels, including a pre-sales channel, a results channel, a trading signals channel. And of course, if you are unhappy, we give you a 27-day money-back guarantee. And I'm proud to say that not one person has asked for a refund. So that reminds me, we should probably put some testimonials up. So let's get into the disclaimer. Disclaimer, terms and conditions, all content is for, oh my God, the Matrix attacked me, education, information, and entertainment purposes only, and it should not be considered as investment advice or a recommendation to buy, sell, hold any assets, nor place any trades. Please always do your own what, guys? Yep. Research. Our content is intended and should only be used for informational use only. It's very important to do your own analysis before making any investments, which should be based on your own individual circumstances. You should always take independent professional advice from a professional advisor. Keish, Dom, any professional financial advisors? No professional financial advisors. Alternatively, independently research and verify all and any information you may find in our show that you may wish to rely upon, whether you wish to make an investment decision or otherwise. All investments come with what, guys? They come with risk, so please do your own what, guys? Again, no financial advisors. We do not intend to be perceived or received as financial advisors. However, we're working in collaboration with several accredited advisors. If you are unable to mitigate your risk, let us know immediately by DMing us on Instagram. Watch out for the fakes. Blockchain.sensei is our only real IG. And ninjatea.eth is my only real IG. Please don't get scammed. There's lots of fake accounts. Or email us at hello@blockchainsensei.com, or reach out to one of our founders and ask for a financial advisor. Tweet us, we'll get you a financial advisor, which we're working in collaboration with. Now, on today's episode of The Game, it is our monthly special at Crypto Mondays, which is, again, one of the most legendary legacy Web3 London communities, and they do an IRL meetup every single month, which is free. And I recommend that if you are London based or have the opportunity to be in London during the times of Crypto Mondays, do pull up to their in-person meetup. And of course, is our Crypto Monday special. And in fact, this is a RWA special, real world assets. So apparently we've got some real world asset founders right now. Is that correct, Keish?
Yes, indeed. So here we are. And, I think the event has been incredible so far. Everyone has just stuffed their face with pizza, including myself. And it's been very fun. It's been really great. We have Lee here and Kavisha. And today I think it'll be great to explore a little bit more about the RWA world and talk a little bit more about their project as well. So would you guys like to say a little bit about yourself and what you do, and then we can go from there. So yeah.
So, hi everyone, I'm Kavisha. I'm the co-founder and CEO of Galahad AI Limited. We develop algorithmic crypto trading bots powered by predictive AI and machine learning. Over the past 3 years, our trading bot has outperformed both the S&P 500 and Bitcoin, and we've achieved annualized returns of 35%. Wow. And we're thank you. Thank you. We've been doing really well, and we've also founded by 2 equity investors. So yeah, it's been a really good journey, and we've achieved that a lot.
Great achievement.
Congratulations. And we have Lee here. How you doing?
Hi there. I'm the CTO, one of the CTOs in the company, and I have no idea what else to say. I can just redirect it.
No problem. Okay, that's really incredible. So in the algorithmic trading side, so I think that there's lots of really incredible sort of use cases and abilities that you guys have with real world assets in the space. Are you guys tying that into your platform a little bit? Are you utilizing that? What sort of assets are you guys trading? So could you give a little bit of a overview of the platform, what you guys are doing at the moment?
So our platform works our technology works really well on volatile markets. So our first trading bot is in the Bitcoin space, and it's obviously we've tested it for 3 years and it's done really well. So we're next moving on to Ethereum and maybe some traditional asset classes like gold, just to stir it up a little bit.
Incredible. That's really cool. And I think that, I would love to hear a little bit more about your guys' opinion on decentralization, because do you guys believe that, being someone that works in the trading space, and I'm sure you guys definitely have an understanding of like the institutions and the backers that are in the space, etc. What would you say is your take on decentralization? Are you guys pro decentralization, or do you guys not really mind? And could you explain maybe a little bit why, or your opinion on that?
For me, I think usually perfect.
Yeah. Okay. I think from a trading perspective, we're pro decentralization. I think there are a lot of sort of trading exchanges like DXDY or IDEX, actually DYDX, which gives us the opportunity to do something like that. I think, though, from a compliance perspective, we're going to have to go with the centralized exchanges.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I think it gives a lot of users surety, gives them that sort of security that they need in the industry. And we all know, like, the decentralized world is still a bit cowboy at this point in time.
Oh yeah.
You've got to find a way to mitigate the sort of risk in that environment, especially from a trading perspective.
And that's interesting. For me personally, I feel like this true decentralization is a bit of a myth and a bit of a dark horse, I would say. It's a rare thing. Not really a dark horse. They're not really that rare out there. I'd say a Pegasus, right? It's a bit more rare, isn't it? Yeah. So I'd say decentralization is a bit like a Pegasus to me, because if you look at the biggest backers of the space, etc., majority of the capital will just fall back to the larger institutions, and I think that with the whole DeFi space and the financial world of crypto, I think that there's a huge gap and in people's minds, I think from people that are building, where they don't want to work with banking institutions or any centralized entities. But in my opinion, how can DeFi or crypto get big without working with the banks? And in a real world, because a lot of people are in the digital world, but in the world that we live in today, we're seeing a lot of regulation coming in, seeing the ETFs coming out, all sorts of stuff happening. But from our perspective, we've done a lot of research, read a lot of reports, and we've seen that institutions and banks started coming in publicly, right? Don't forget that. In around about 2015. And it only took around about 2020 to 2022 for large institutional players to say we are accepting Bitcoin on our balance sheet, but the exposure is 1%. Heavy exposure is something like 3%. You know what I mean? But they have got trillions in asset under management or multiple billions. And it's kind of interesting because these institutions alone are bigger than Bitcoin itself. So I'd love to understand a little bit more about your perspectives and maybe around what is the target for you guys? Are you going more institutional or are you going more to the user base and for people to utilize? Who would like to take that lead?
God damn it. So I think institutionally, obviously, that's where the capital is coming from. That's where the market makers are playing in. That's where we intend to get with our product at a very high level. Personally, I would like to see the crypto market sort of decouple itself, especially in terms of the way it trades. Right now, everything is coupled to Bitcoin. Bitcoin goes up, there's the market goes down, there's the market goes down. I think the second we see a change in that, then we're really in the money. Where each sort of token exchange, each sort of blockchain.
What do you think it would take? What do you think it would take for that to happen?
I don't know if I should say this, but
world domination. The world is going to end. World War III. Which one?
Aside from that, I think we would need to see these sort of institutions each individually backing their own blockchain. I don't think we could have this sort of index of institutions behind each blockchain because it all follows each other. I think it needs to be sort of all-out warfare. Sound good, but be great for a free market.
Understood. I think that's cool. I mean, what we've seen is that there's a lot of private blockchains with all these institutions, and they're not really using blockchain for just crypto. It's more so for transferring and storing of data, stuff like that. More their databases and stuff like that. I was lucky enough to speak with one of the programmers from JP Morgan and Canary Wharf, and I was being friendly but kind of prying to get a bit of information of what's going on over there. And I asked him about blockchain technology, and he was basically saying, it's mostly used for their databases and their systems and backing things and stuff like that. More using it as like a decentralized storage play. But it was quite interesting to understand that. Of course, they sit on like consensus and Ethereum and all of those things and MetaMask. But aside from that, I think in the traditional world, the banking world, there's a lot of really smart, innovative players that are trying to have the best competitive edge. And I think blockchain technology can help with that, and managing, storing your data can help with that, etc. So I think it's an interesting space we're in a time because we are really early, and I'd love to learn a bit more about your origin story. What got you in the space? Because everyone has their own weird and wonderful story of how they got into the Web3 space, and it always ends up starting by when you went into the rabbit hole. So my question is, when did you go into the rabbit hole?
Well, my background is economics.
Yeah.
And I never, so first of all, being in tech is something I never thought would happen.
Yeah, yeah.
And I think it really started with maybe around 2010, 2011, when people started to learn about Bitcoin.
Yeah.
I think that's when my interest started peaking. And then when Lee and I, we've been trying to trade algorithmically using other platforms, and it was awful.
Yeah.
And so Lee had this bright idea of, I'm going to do it myself.
Yeah.
And that's really where it started. And I think Lee can delve a bit more into it. He's got more of that crypto background.
Amazing. That's really cool. So from 2010, 2011, you heard about Bitcoin and sort of delved a little bit deeper.
Yeah.
Interesting, very interesting. How about yourself?
Yeah, well, it was around the same time. I think I started, weirdly enough, crypto mining in 2011.
Okay,
So
nice.
I got in very early with the Bitcoin mining scene.
That's cool.
Yeah, it went to about, 3 or 4,000 at the time.
Yeah.
Once it peaked, and for me that was a big peak.
Yeah.
I thought I was absolutely rich.
Yeah.
And so I cashed out, thought I was making a lot of money, and then tried to get back in.
Yeah.
And then lost a lot, way more money.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
so somewhere between that, I figured, there's got to be a better way in this. I mean, I've formerly got a computer science and mathematics background,
Yeah.
and our business partners are actuarial scientists and accountants that we're working with.
Nice.
So we said, there must be a way and a way to algorithmically control this. So we're not watching this market all the time, having a major heart attack. At least, mitigating our losses and reducing our risk.
100%.
And yeah, so I think, the last 3 years of really hardcore development and bootstrapping, we've done something that can do that.
Lots of crying.
And lots of crying.
Crying, yes. Oh yeah. Yeah, I understand. I think it can be such a big headache as well, when you have small little problems and different things that are arising, etc. But yeah, it'll be good to also understand. Well, I've got two more questions. One question is, what is your take on maybe this is a question for you, quant trading versus algorithmic trading, and like quantitative strategies, and what's your opinion on that? And then also, yeah, because I've spoken to a lot of quants guys. I was at an event with Oxford with all of their quants guys, and they done a lecture, and I was sitting in a lecture getting taught, and I was just looking at the board like, this is insane. Because they're looking at areas of liquidity and trying to use just mathematics, pure mathematics, to understand where these different pockets are that people are in and in other institutions, etc. And for me, I just thought, the charts and trading was based on human emotion, and maths can't do that, right? But what's your opinion?
So our model, at least that we built, is a bit of both. So we're both quantitative and algorithmic, right? Quantitative from assuming that the market that we're trading in is a semi-strong, efficient market. So I think there's a I mean, we can delve very deep into that, but I'd rather but we attempt to predict market algorithm, like a market equilibrium.
Yeah.
With our and then obviously if we've predicted the market equilibrium, we know where the price is coming back to.
Yeah.
And that is a very, very quantitative approach to it. But and then next to that, we have our algorithmic approach, which is just probability based, where we then run a bunch of regression models and probability models, and decide when and where to take those trades.
Nice.
So yeah, my views on quants, yes, I probably am one of them. Right? Yeah. It can work sometimes.
Yeah.
I guess, yeah.
True. I get you. That makes sense. And yeah, the last question is, what are you guys looking for at the moment? And yeah, I think break down a little bit of what you're looking for, some of your needs, and what's next. Yeah.
Uh,
Go ahead.
So what's next for us is that we're looking for equity investors to join us in this very exciting journey we're on.
Nice.
We're also looking for clients who we can work with and get our technology trading with them.
Yeah.
Obviously, because we're at an early stage, we're an early stage startup. We are looking for some vertical integration in terms of the equity partners. And for clients, we're looking for about a minimum investment of 250,000.
Okay.
I'd also just like to boast and say that we are a funded startup at this point, and
Yes.
we're part of the AI Forge incubator programs. Just to throw that in.
Oh, AI Forge.
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool. They're good people.
Where can people find you or your platforms?
So you can find us on LinkedIn or www.galahad.london.
Amazing. Well, thank you so much, guys, for your time. I know it was like a bit, unexpected. Just grabbed you like, why am I in a production setup? What's going on? But it's been incredible. Thank you so much for your time, and it's been a pleasure. Let's definitely connect before you guys shoot, because there's a lot of stuff we could do.
Yeah. So cool. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
I appreciate it, guys.
Thank you. LinkedIn. Thank you. Okay, amazing. Should we run around and look for next person, or?
I'll get mine.
All right then. Amazing. Ninja, are you with us? How's it going, man?
Yeah, I'm good. How are you?
All is well.
Hello.
How did you find that? Interesting, right?
Yes, I do find it very interesting. I do find it very interesting. You know what's also interesting. You guys might find this crazy, but I've been in the markets for 9 years, and I've never actually used algorithms before. Like I've never done automated trading, or I've not. In fact, I tell a lie. I've done it, but I've not had a good experience. So I'll be interested to definitely see how we could incorporate these guys in both our company.
Oh yeah,
and
definitely.
our personal trading style.
With the algorithmic trading, it's incredibly powerful, man. And it's what the institutions are doing. You know, if you look at the institutional players in the space, all of them are using quants. All of them are using trading systems, etc., etc. Well, yeah, when I was down in a PwC building in Canary Wharf, and I saw it firsthand. Got to meet all of the quants students, and obviously they're very money driven, right? Very money focused people, but heavy on the math side, and some of them are really incredible mathematicians, and I think that there's a lot of people in that room that I think, if they took those that knowledge base that they have and brought it over into different elements and spaces, they could really change the damn world, right? But I think it's an interesting time and space that we're in now, with blockchain technology being put on top of everything, because even when it comes to the algorithmic trading side, AI and stuff was put in ages ago, and I think if you look at the Nasdaq and the fabrics of the market in itself, like the actual system itself, that's basically a giant neural network and giant AI sort of system, and it's very interesting when you delve deeper within it and understand how competitive that market actually is, because people are trying to get an edge on top of you, because when you lose, someone else wins, right? And it becomes really incredible when you understand the battle of advancement in technology versus the battle of another company doing the same thing to get another competitive edge. And they use quantitative maths to basically understand where people are going and what their next move is. And I think that it's really interesting when you delve a bit deeper and look into it. But there's like a whole deep web market as well, which is quite interesting. But yeah, I think that was an interesting one. I wonder who's next, man. I wonder who's next. We got Dom and Mike running around grabbing some more of the speakers. And hey, perfect timing. Let's see who it is.
There we go.
Hello.
Let's go.
What a lovely beard. Hello.
Oh, what's the setup?
Come right here.
We ain't even got our ring lights and everything.
How you doing, sir?
Nice, really good. Thank you. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. I'm very well. All is well. Thank you for joining us.
My pleasure.
I know Michael just grabbed you and said, hey, you got to come over here. You probably don't know what's really going on, but we're here partnered with Crypto Mondays today. And what we do every Crypto Monday, we come, we go live and we interview people, get to learn about their journey and share it with our community. So yeah, really excited to meet you. And you know, we're not really you know, heavy or very strict with how we are. We're very relaxed. It's a very safe space. So you know,
Safe space, but everyone is listening to you.
it's a safe space. It's fine. It's fine. I'm sure that
We go viral worldwide. So it's fine. It's just between us.
It's just between us. It's just between us. There's no one in this computer. I promise. But yeah, I mean, it's a pleasure. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Yeah, definitely.
Tell a little bit about yourself.
Yeah,
And,
definitely.
yeah, go ahead.
Right, do I need to hold my?
I can hold it for you. No problems. Up to you.
No, it's fine.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
My first time. Right, I'm Alessio, founder and CEO of Sensei Properties.
Yeah.
So we tokenize residential properties here in London
Oh, that's
and in
cool.
UK. Yes.
Amazing.
So we have built in the past 1 year and a half. We are 14 now in a company. Closed the pre-seed round, and we are looking to open a seed round of £2 million. And yeah, hopefully we can change the way how people invest in properties.
Yes.
So as it stands now, no one can invest in UK properties from outside of UK.
Mhm.
So you have to be UK resident to
Mhm.
invest in UK.
Yeah.
Plus you have to have lots of money.
Yeah.
Now this will change with Sensei Properties,
Yeah.
because with a minimum of 5k,
Mhm.
you can own a piece of a property here in UK.
So fractionalized completely.
Yeah, exactly.
Amazing.
So in this way, you can build the generation of wealth within your family, and you
Yeah.
can transfer that token to anyone in your family.
Nice.
So I started to build this because I'm Italian, and my parents, they couldn't invest in here in London.
Yeah.
So we had a lot of trouble with the banks
Mhm.
and going through a lot of
Paperwork.
yeah,
Loop,
lots of
loopholes. That's what we call it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then discovered after 4 months they didn't like the bank statement of my dad,
Yeah.
and they say, okay, we're gonna shut down this.
Oh my.
So then created my own platform to make my parents invest in the properties that I've got here. in London.
Amazing.
And
Yeah.
out of that, I say, okay, you know what? I can help other people. too.
Exactly. That's amazing.
How we started.
Incredible story. Incredible
Wow.
story.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations. I think that's really incredible. And yeah, I mean, to the UK especially, when it comes to crypto, they're a little bit slow, right? I mean, and they know they're slow as well.
Yeah.
Which is kind of funny. What do you feel like is the future of the property space and the way that it's going? Because you know we have the tokenization, the fractionalization of assets. You know, there's the metaverse coming into play, digital twins. There's a whole bunch of stuff that's happening in the space. You know, where do you see yourself within that space with your guys and what you're doing, and where do you see sort of the direction of the space going?
It's interesting because what I'm trying to do is creating a safety net for all the investors. And
Yeah.
how I do this is I'm a mentor.
Yeah.
So I mentor founders in 2 different companies.
Yeah.
And whenever I found founders that they want to build anything that is related to RWA,
Mhm.
I try to steer them towards the right directions.
Yeah.
You have to have passion, because at the end of the day, the people they invest,
100%.
they have put their own savings into something that is going to be your product.
Yeah.
So what you want them to do is making sure they invest in something safe.
Yes.
So don't do any scams, because otherwise it's your own parents that probably gonna be scammed and you will be happy.
Mhm.
So I'm trying to tackle these from the roots rather than creating a solution after. At the end of the day, I'm helping as well students at university, PropTech University in Sheffield, where they can understand the reasons why they get into PropTech. And that is another reasons why tackling from the roots is way more efficient than find a solution at the end.
Yes, 100%. I
I
agree.
will carry on talking forever if you don't stop me.
Oh, no problem. We can go forever.
I've got a
It's fine.
question.
It's fine.
How
Go
do
ahead.
how do you find the properties that are willing, but the owners of the properties are willing to fractionalize their properties, and how do you convince them, maybe if they're not already thinking about that side of things, to go into the Web3?
It's
Yeah.
interesting because convincing is literally is the lesson like
Least problem?
least of my problem.
Okay.
Okay.
Because they have an asset that is liquid.
Mhm.
And thanks to our platform, that asset becomes liquid.
Liquid, exactly. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So what they want, literally, what is happening now is the landlords, they don't have any other way to escape from this bad situation that they are into,
Yeah.
because the institutions, they want to just buy or take off their properties. So what we are trying to do is giving them a nice way to say, hey, you don't have to sell and to give up.
Yeah.
You have a solution here.
Yeah.
Other people can help you out to create liquidity out of your property,
Yeah.
and you can create out of there, you can buy another property. So you can create a generational wealth even on landlord sides,
Yeah.
because you give them the opportunity to invest more. So we have created our own AI where we know which area in London are more profitable and which area will be more profitable in the next 5 to 10 years.
Yeah.
So out of, it's not just a tokenization, it's an end-to-end for investors and for landlords or estate agency.
Yeah.
So with our AI, you can understand what area is going to have a regeneration, for example, or a high speed tube where it's going to pass through. So it's going to be a nice way to understand where you want to invest, because once you have this bunch of money,
Yeah.
where are you going to put the money? You don't want to
Exactly.
store the money in the bank because
Oh,
it
hell
doesn't
no.
give you nothing.
They don't
You-
give you nothing.
Exactly. You want to put the money back into the market.
Yeah.
So then where? And we give them where they are going to invest.
Yeah.
Where is the best way? Obviously, it's always an investment. Nothing is guaranteed in this world. But at least if you invest, you can start to build your future from the present.
Yes, and it definitely requires the right due diligence, which you help with as well, which is
Yeah.
incredible. And I love the way that you've built out something that's smart and effective, utilizing AI technology to understand all of this huge amounts of data that people have to go through, all these different websites, etc., and due diligence that they would have to go through for themselves. You
Yes.
put on a platter for them essentially,
Yes.
and you're walking through with them through the process, which is incredible. It's really cool. I have a question about sort of the regulation side of stuff, because how do you guys deal with the legal fees and the documentation side of stuff? Because I know are you transferring properties values to the token, or how does that side of stuff work?
So thanks to our AI, we understand what is the valuation of the property.
Yeah.
So each property is already rented out.
Yeah.
We know what is the rent, average rent
income.
inside that
Yeah.
area, and what it should be for that specific property. We know everything about the properties here in London. Thanks to our AI, we aggregate and collect all the data, and then we get insights. So what happens is we understand what is the rent and what will be the rent in the future. On the regulatory side, what we have is we have connected the off-chain side with the on-chain side.
Yeah.
Because what we want to give to investors is a peace of mind that they invest in something solid, brick and mortar.
Yeah.
But at the same time, they are protected for the future, because investing in properties is not something that happens now and then next second is going to happen something else. It's something slow. So it will take at least, I don't know, 1 year, 2 years,
Yeah.
3 years to see how that makes money.
Yeah.
Of course, you can cash out always on a secondary market, but with property, realistically, you won't hold. You won't hold, and then whenever you need, you can cash out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that's quite interesting. And with your system that you've built out, are you looking to expand that into other countries as well? Because I know you have the AI system built
Yeah.
out mainly for the UK. Are there plans of expanding out into other regions? And have you thought about where yet, or
Yeah.
anything like that?
So something that we have to give back to UK is the level of data that they have.
Yeah.
They are really good.
Yeah.
And the reasons why my platform works really well
Yeah.
is because of the level of data that we have.
Mhm.
Now we are looking to understand how that will work in countries where realistically we don't have that source data.
Mhm.
So first, the data is the most important part to acquire.
Mhm.
So if we don't have that data, we cannot predict anything for the future. So either historic the data, that is really important, and then from there you can start to build for the future. So to expand, what we do is after London, we are looking to see other country. I think it's too soon now to say if we're going to Singapore or if we're going to New York.
Yeah.
But definitely we will need to have a city where we do have data.
100%. And could you give us a little bit more about information about where we can find you? What's your social media? How can people find you? How can people follow you? And yeah.
Right. So the company is called ScanSan. So it's the connection between two surnames, my and my future wife. Scanicchio, Scan, and Sanko, San. So ScanSan, SCANSAN, and then properties. I work really well on the CEO side. So if you put down Google, you will find straight away.
Amazing.
And then we are obviously on LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram. If you look on our website, then you can join our tokenization platform, and as well you can try out our AI.
Amazing. Well, thank you so much for your time. And before you do go, can we connect? Because I
Yeah,
believe
most
there is
definitely.
100% more business to be done.
Yes.
It's too loud. It's like just opening the screens.
Yes, we just opened the pre-registration for the tokenization platform.
Yeah.
So please feel free to go there and pre-register.
Amazing.
Thank you
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for your time.
Appreciate you.
See you guys. See you everybody. Bye-bye.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
That was incredible, wasn't it, guys? Wow.
Hey, who we got next? Who we got next? I'm excited.
Talk to me, yeah?
Yeah. Okay, we got King Paul. Yo, what's good, people? I bet you missed me. I'm back. Apparently, I can't be too loud.
So the mic's in your mouth.
Yeah.
Well, this is King Carl. We go back a bit. You've probably seen us before on. I think you've been on one of our webinars a while back.
Yes, quite a while back. I
Yeah.
believe.
We've known each other what now? It was pre-lockdown, I believe.
Yes.
now.
Yeah.
Is-
I've got
it-
photos to prove it on
It's
the.
kind of scary. That's 5 years ago.
Yeah.
That is
Time flies.
yeah. Time you blink and boom. 5 years later, you're in another bull run. That's what happens. So I'm not going to spoil the story. If you don't know Carl's story already, I'm going to let Carl tell a little bit about his journey. It's probably one of the best journeys that I've heard, and it's probably one of the most important journeys in the sports space, I would say. So yeah, Carl, what was you?
How long have we got?
Oh, well, you're the last one, so
Are we live?
Yeah, we're live.
All right. Okay. So yeah, my name's Carl Hutchins. Sorry. Yeah, my name's Carl Hutchins. Grew up in West London. Played professional football for 13 years. Was lucky enough to sort of like have a career that most young kids want to have in today's world. I suppose when Mike says most important, I don't know why. I suppose looking back from when I was a kid, one of the most important things for me was always to take control of my finances. Even though I was a professional footballer, it was still stuck in the back of my mind that no matter how hard you work on a Monday to Friday, You know, it was still in someone else's destiny whether or not you was actually going to fulfill your dream by playing on a Saturday. And you know, whilst the lifestyle of professional football was amazing, I was always thinking further on. So I was always thinking about the future, you know, and how I can control my financial destiny. So that brought me sort of the mindset of kind of like looking out into the future. I know a lot of young people nowadays, you know, I've got two children myself, two teenagers, two well, adults now. Young adults. Oh, not teenagers. Yeah, they're like Michael said, how time flies, man. You know, and certainly I think having a long-term mindset is pretty rare these days in young people. So, you know, at the age of 18, 19, I started buying property with my first paycheck, £250 a week. I went out and started investing in property. I found a way. And I think lots of young people, when I speak to people today, they're very pessimistic about where they're at, the future and everything. And, you know, I'm like, there's a way. And today, for me, that way, if I was starting out today, would I be doing property? No. There's a new property in town, and that's crypto space. You know, and I keep saying all to my young people, oh, Carl, how do I get into property? How do I get into property? I'm like, you can get into property nowadays. It's even better than when I was starting out at 18, 19. You can get into property for like £2, £3. You can go and buy any crypto on a crypto exchange, even if you've just got £5. You know, you can buy something. So today, for young people, that would be my property if I was starting out again.
And the returns are a little bit different if you've got the right guidance, right?
Well, 100%. I mean, look, we're in a kind of crypto space, so I'm kind of like talking about crypto long term. You know, I would always double back into property, hard assets. You know, that's where long term I would always double back into. However, to raise or to get wealthy in property today as a young person is near impossible. You know, how are you going to save £100,000 to get onto the market? You know, which is like 20% of your of what you're going to need, especially if you're buying in London. You know, I've done the numbers. It's going to take you like 50 years. You know, by which time you would still wouldn't get there because the property price would have doubled, and you'd actually need £200,000. You know, so
Smart.
You have to find new ways. And the great thing is, you know, when I was young, 20, you know, I didn't have all this technology. We didn't have mobile phone. You know, well, mobile phones were just coming in. You couldn't run a business from a mobile phone. You know, nowadays you can literally run a business anywhere in the world from the phone in your pocket. You know, so I don't think there's any excuses. I know there's a lot of excuses. Young people do make a lot of excuses. Everybody makes a lot of excuses, to be honest. But if you can just harness the technology that's out there, then you can make money for yourselves. You can become wealthy.
So, man, I think that's the key, and people don't realize that it's an asset. They don't realize that it's property. And I think, like you said, one of the best things that I've seen is people. I'll hold it. Sorry. I think it's key for people to understand. We're not saying don't go into property. We're saying it's the way you get into property. That's the key. It's much easier for you to go into stocks and crypto, get that 10x gain, that 100% gain, to then turn your 10K, 20K into 100K. To now, when the bear market's about to come, you take the profit when you got your profit, and whatever your goal is, you set your goal of, okay, you know what, I want to buy this house. The deposit is 40K. Do what you can in crypto and stocks to get to that 40K. Now you get your house, and now you use that cash flow to go again, and you go back into crypto. Not financial advice, but this is a strategy that I've seen work for very, very successful people. And some of the richest people that I know in crypto are people from property, actually. They're people from property where they've got a nice passive income of 10K, 20K, and they're just like, oh yeah, you know what? I'll just put 5K on Shiba Inu, and then boom, happy days for them, innit? So we're not saying buy Shiba Inu.
Or not.
Or sometimes not. But yeah, that's where it's about being diversified. And what would you say in regard, if I'm a young footballer now watching, what would you say to them in regards to just financial literacy and just investing?
I think, you know, if you're a young footballer, or if you're just young in general and you're just making some money, maybe you're getting out into the job market, maybe it's you're just starting to get some income coming in. 100%, you got to start investing as early as possible. And that can be, as I like to do it in percentages, because different people earn different amounts of money at different times of their life. Young footballers may be earning 10, 20 grand at 20 years old, but by the time they're 35, they may only be earning 100, like £500 a week. Whereas people coming out of university may be earning £500 a week, but by the time they're 30, they're earning 10 grand a week, and by the time they're 50, they're earning £100,000 a week. Right. So it's all about percentages. I would be saying, and I say this to the guys I work with. I work with a lot of young people, mentor them. I mentor young footballers as well. And it's really about, don't be spending 50% on your car of your monthly income. That's just craziness. Spend 10, 15% of your monthly income on a car if you really got to drive that really nice posh car, because that 15% of your income will tell you what type of car you can drive. And if it ain't the car you want to drive, then you need to find a way to make more money. Don't just go 50%. There you go. And then be putting, especially when you're young, be putting as much money away into investments as possible. Can you get 25%, 30% away into investments? So now you've got 15%, 25% on your investments. At 40%, your living costs are probably going to cost you, if you're paying your parents some rent, which you should be, or you've got your own place renting, that's probably going to be 40%. And then maybe you've got 10, 15% to spend enjoying your life as well, because you've got to do that as well. So it's all about percentages in my book. And then that way, you know where you're at. If you want to drive a nice Porsche or Range Rover or whatever, and you're earning 30 grand a year, you can't afford it. So don't go. It makes me laugh when I drive past, I don't know, I might go past a council estate. I'll go and visit some of my old friends in the council estate, and there's Range Rovers parked on the driveway of the old council house that I used to live in, or whatever. And I'm just like, are these guys crazy? You're obviously spending all of your monthly income or whatever on a Range Rover. What about get a property and get out of the estate? So yeah, for me, financial literacy is key. There's so much information out there now. You don't need to be paying thousands and thousands and thousands of pounds to gurus and stuff. There's books out there that can teach you all this stuff. However, if you've got mentors, obviously, who have been there, seen it, done it, then that helps as well.
There is some mentors. So one thing that I love to talk about, if you know me, is horror stories. So tell us some horror stories you've seen where people have gone wrong, and that's exactly why they should get advice either in crypto or property.
Well, I mean,
without naming names,
I use myself as an example. No shame. 2017, 18. Heard about this thing, Bitcoin. I was in a gym. Everyone was talking about Bitcoin. Oh my God, Bitcoin's hit 20,000. And I'm thinking, what the hell is Bitcoin? Never heard of it before. Went away, done a bit of research. All of a sudden, got a bit of FOMO. Transferred some of my cash or some of my stocks into cash. Just went on, learned how to sort of like buy Bitcoin. Bought Bitcoin in all the hype, 22,000, 21,000. Like I said, I was just gambling. I didn't have a clue what I was doing, but I just heard these people in the gym saying that they'd made so much money. And within a month, all of a sudden, Bitcoin was like 50% down, and then 60% down, and 70% down. And then there was a bear market for 4 years. and then I sold out at the bottom, like you do when you're first starting out in crypto. And you lose 10, 20, 30,000 pounds. That's what you do.
That's a real story.
Yeah, that's it. But, you've got to learn from those mistakes, and here I am 7 years later, still riding the market. I'm still here, so what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. And, I've took the last 7 years to learn and study and work out what crypto is really all about, So yeah, I lost what I could afford to lose. There's people out there that lose what they can't afford to lose, now that's even worse, they're the ones that, there's no coming back for some of these guys. So definitely do not jump into this game unless you've got some sort of financial understanding or some sort of understanding about crypto. You need to know what you're doing, because you will lose everything very quickly. Very quickly. So yeah, that would be my number one advice.
Don't get in unless you know how to get out.
find some people who understand what the hell they're doing, or basically study yourself as well. I always say, like, even me, like I said, I mentor lots of people. I always say, look, man, everything I'm telling you, double check it. Go away, do your own research.
Exactly.
Don't just take what I say, what I'm buying, because I'm buying stuff for me, which I want to keep my money right now. I'm not really too interested in making 100x. I'm at the stage in my life where 1x, 2x, 3x, that's all good for me. Whereas younger people, you can make some bigger gambles because you can make it back. If you've got another 20 years, you can make your money back if you lose it. So it's all about, you understanding where you want to be and adapting a strategy that works for you and where you are right now.
Yeah.
How, with your personal, okay. Hi guys, I'm here. How would having properties or reward assets affect you as your personal portfolio? Like putting, for example, properties onto the blockchain. Are you excited about that, or how would you?
Yeah, that's a great question. I mean, in 2017, when I first started learning about crypto and stuff, I had a meeting with someone and we discussed tokenizing property. Could we, at the time, I lost quite a lot of money going into ICOs. And I was like, yeah, this ICO is launching, let's jump into that and this one. And it was crazy. Scammed. I got scammed so many times, it was a joke. I never learned my lesson until about the third time. However, I got to meet a load of people in that space, and I started thinking about how can we tokenize property. 7 years on, I'm here, and Michael just introduced me to two people who are now tokenizing. They built the platform and they're tokenizing property, and it's been something I've been thinking about in the back of my mind for 7 years. So sometimes it just takes time to come around, but for me, I think it's a massive opportunity for people in property. I hope I'm in front of the game. I hope there's not many people thinking like me actually in property, because property people are quite slow. They don't move very quickly. I like to think that I kind of try and adapt to new strategies and new opportunities very quickly.
The wave is coming. The wave is coming.
So hopefully I'm going to jump on that wave literally within the next couple of months, because I've been thinking about it for 7 years. And I just think that it's going to be an amazing opportunity. So yeah, people like myself who've been in property I've been in property now 20 years, to be able to use the new technology to jump on what is the new Amazon of today's world, especially in property. Hopefully that's where I'm going to make a ton of money. I'm going to make all that money back on the ICOs.
That's it. Definitely. On the property side, there is an amazing app called MetaWealth it's one of the projects that we're working with in the Solana ecosystem. Definitely check them out. They're probably one of the best in terms of the UI UX. One of the best that I've seen. I think they've just secured 20 million of properties, and all their properties are actually vetted by a company called Colliers. Not actually being paid to say this, by the way. It's just genuinely think that it's one of the best. If they do want to pay me for saying this, then holler at me. We should make some content together. Yeah, boy. Anyway, he's just like this guy. Right. What was I gonna say to you? My brain's gone blank now. What was I saying? You distracted me, Keish. the way he's laughing at me.
How can people in our community work with you?
Oh yeah, how can people find you? How can people work with you?
Okay, cool. So I mean, one of the things that I'm doing, because I'm new to this space. I'm still learning in this space. So I am setting up a crypto networking event on a monthly basis. So anyone who's interested in crypto and stuff like that, I'd love for them to come down and connect. And really, it's just a space where we can all learn. Hopefully we'll get some good people in. Michael's coming. I do believe Michael's coming. Going to be one of our speakers. And yeah, on a monthly basis. So you can connect with me on LinkedIn under Carl Hutchings. That's Carl with a C. So Carl Hutchings, and also you can connect with me at my business. My newest venture. One of my newest ventures is we're creating a series of private members clubs and workspaces as well. So you can connect with me at Simul Place. Yeah. So SIMUL. That's Simul Place. and that's my email. There is info@simulplace.com.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, reach out. But LinkedIn is probably the best one, or socials.
Mhm.
Obviously, Cole Hutchings on Instagram. Socials is a good place. DM me. Slide into my DMs. I respond quicker to Instagram messages because I'm always on it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Amazing. Cool. Thank
To
you.
wrap, I'm going to send you an invite to an investor meetup that we're doing around Wimbledon. So
Oh, that's my.
check your DMs.
Okay.
Yeah.
There you go.
Perfect.
Big.
manner.
Right.
Perfect.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Right.
Well, there you go. That's being the game, guys. Let me swap around. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
That's been the game, guys. I mean, what more do you want from us, eh? What more do you want from us?
Bringing people to you.
Right at your doorstep, yeah, in your bedroom, in your kitchen, yeah, right at your doorstep. You're getting nothing but the game, right? Ninja, any closing remarks and before we get into questions? Yeah, man. So any questions from anyone here? You guys feel free to jump in. I'm opening up the chat now. Let me know what's going on. Only our AI is talking in the chat right now. But yeah, guys, throw in any questions. If not, I'm gonna start grabbing you guys up and saying, hey, you've been unmuted.
That might have to be the way.
It looks like it's gonna be the way.
Well, question.
Oh.
Yes, okay. Yeah.
So so great session, right? Great session as always.
Thank you.
I was intrigued to know about the Italian person talking
Yes.
about this stuff. Is that something you're gonna work with him on that? Are you gonna are they gonna like reveal? Is he gonna reveal more like as the time progresses?
Yeah, I think
So he is Michael's personal contact. So anyone that is interested in investing in fractionalized property, get in touch. I'm sure we can organize some kind of blockchain Sensei referral code, or so it can be linked back to us, and you guys could help us in that sense. But at the moment, we don't have a working relationship with the platform as it is, but it's definitely something that we would like to bring into Blockchain Sensei to have a bigger diversification in what we do. So
yeah, I mean, so in regards to the platform, any further information you need, get in touch. But yeah, in regards to it, you have the socials. If you haven't been able to catch it, watch our replay on our YouTube, go onto our channel, Blockchain Sensei, click on the button live, and you guys will be able to find it there. And then basically you can have a look at all of the socials, etc., from all of the speakers from today. Other than that, if you have a business that you're working with, etc., please do get in touch with us. I will be happy to speak with you guys and connect you guys together. So I think that's probably the best way to go about it. And yeah, in regards to that platform, that will be the best way to move forward. So yeah, any other questions, guys? I saw was it Dubham? Was that Dubham or was Dubham? I saw Dubham.
Myself, yeah. That was a question. Yeah. Thank you.
Amazing.
No
Thank you. Any other questions, guys? Let me change the view so I can see everybody.
Some questions. Great session.
Yes, thank you, man. Thank you, Crypto Boss. How you doing, bro?
Good.
Nice, man. Nice. Any questions from yourself?
No questions. Great session.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I
Thank
enjoyed
you.
that one. That was a good one for sure.
no, there's definitely every time we've been to Crypto Mondays, there's been some amazing like quality people coming through, and we definitely see more and more people being interested in the blockchain and integrating blockchain into the businesses that are not always Web3. They're sometimes Web2, and they're just kind of looking around and
they're jumping on,
trying to learn, and
100%.
So it's nice being at the events as well and kind of seeing it.
Yeah, so if you guys are in London, come down. What are you doing? You could come physically, eh?
And there's actually Crypto Mondays is actually a worldwide thing.
We're in Shoreditch right now, guys. If Shoreditch is not far from you, what are you doing on your computer? Come down, come down. Stay in touch with us. We share all of our events out, etc. So stay in touch. Okay. Craig, you have been asked to be unmuted. Hello, Craig.
Yo. Sorry. Technical difficulties.
We made it.
Yeah.
We made it.
No.
We're here.
Createx finest community member. You know what I mean? Repping it.
That was very interesting. I need to get my head around tokenization of property because I don't fully understand the concept, because you're not just tokenizing it to sell the property. It's not just like an alternative way of selling the property. It's more like is that correct?
It can be an alternative way of selling the property, but also it can be an alternative way of generating yield. So like he said, the properties are illiquid, so that means that it's an asset that appreciates over time, but during that time, there's not many other ways of generating income from it unless you're renting it. But if you own a property that you're not renting, essentially you're sitting on the asset, keeping the upkeep of it, but not generating anything from that.
Yeah. So is it you buy a share purely for like an investment purpose of like, I think this property will go up in value?
Yeah. 100%.
I don't want access to the property. I'm purely buying it to.
Yeah, and that's tokenization of the property. So it's called fractionalization. So they split it up into lots of different pieces, and you buy as many pieces as you want, essentially. And then obviously there's a certain amount of pieces. Once all of those pieces are sold, that full property is now, you have to sell that piece that you have to someone else, or you can hold on to it and generate that yield. So yeah.
So it just depending on what the property is, the intentions for the property are. So either there might be some that you're locked in for a couple of years with until it sells and then you get your money back, or there might be it's a fractionalized rental property, then you get like a monthly income. It just honestly depends on what you invest in.
Yeah, and it also depends on the platform. Some platforms may be focused on doing only certain types of structures that they may see as a better fit for their investors. So hopefully that answers your question, man. Thank you for your question.
No, appreciate
it. It's a good one.
When you're saying about Crypto Mondays, is it what is it, the last Monday of every month? Is that?
Yes, exactly. So last Monday of every month, and it is a community, so Web3 community. It's typically it's in the Shoreditch region, typically, and yeah, that's Crypto Mondays.
Yeah, I'll be interested in pulling up and meeting some of you guys in the flesh for sure.
Amazing, man. Come through. It'll be great.
Yeah, that's all right. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Devon, how you doing, my friend?
Hey, how's it going?
I'm blessed, man. All is keeping well, man. How you keeping?
I'm doing good.
Good. Any questions?
Not really, to be honest. I definitely been looking into like the fractional shares, or just like tokenization of other assets like stocks and properties with real estate and stuff. But nothing, no questions at least. But it was interesting to just listen in. So.
Yeah, appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you. Good to see you as well.
Yeah, exactly. I do feel like today the people that we had mainly spoke about property, but there are other asset categories like real world assets that are being fractionalized as well, not just property. So definitely, guys.
They're doing it with fashion, for example, physical garments, clothing. They do it with gold, commodities. They do it with any physical asset. So anything that's a physical item with value. It could be cards that you're trading.
Yeah.
We're going for questions, bro. Yeah. But yeah, it could be a wide range of different stuff there.
The beers.
And the juice, it seems like.
I just cop the Capelli. Come on. What do you know about the Capelli, bro?
You could fractionalize the Capella.
Yeah, it could be any physical item of value.
Oh, you know, man, I've got a free Capelli, bro. Where you man like Apple Yard thing, bro? Anyway, I'm always not.
Okay. Bye, Mike.
You gotta love Mike, man. There's only one Mike, man. You can't get another Mike. I'm sorry, it's not possible.
He is specially.
Yeah, but that's the dope thing about fractionalization. But yeah, guys, I believe we ran through the majority of everyone. So this has been a game, guys. We're signing off from here in Shoreditch with Crypto Mondays in collaboration with Super Team as well, which is incredible. Really dope building, really dope space, really good people. So yeah, signing off here. And I'd like to say goodbye to everyone and enjoy the rest of your day. And this has been, what has it been? It's been
The game.
the game.
Bye,
Thank you, guys.
everyone.
Cheers, guys. See you soon.